Good morning and welcome everybody to my channel. My name is Jakub Vaniš and today I'm gonna be reviewing a new digital game that just came out from one of my favorite universes, from Dune. So the game's name is called Dune Imperium Digital, and it's a remake of one of my favorite board games. There is a Dune Imperium and Dune Imperium Uprising and several let's say expansions, Rise of X and Immortality, which you can buy. Though each of these games is like $60-70 or something like that, and you often don't really have that many people to play with. First of all, because it takes 60 to 90 minutes, sometimes 2 hours, for your first play, even longer than that for one playthrough. And second of all, because it comes with a hefty, guidebook of rules, and that is something that scares people off. At least my friends are always scared to, go through something like that. So this is actually a great way to play this game, because I think the Direwolf Digital, which is the developer of this game, did a great job with it. So let's take a look at what we have here. Just one more thing that I wanted to mention. You can download the game on Steam, and I think it's around $20 or $30 or something like that, maybe 25. I'm not really sure, something like that. And like I said, the actual board game is between $60 and $70. However, I downloaded an iOS version for this, a version of an app for iPhone. You can even play it on your iPhone, and that costs only $10, I believe. So yeah, if you have a MacBook like I do with an M chip, I have a MacBook Pro with M1 chip, then you can play all of the iOS apps on your MacBook natively. And actually it scales really nicely. Like this looks like a desktop version of this, as you can see. So let's take a look at what we have in this package, right? So as you can see, it is made for touch control, so it's very simplistic. However, you have settings here. Let's take a look at the settings, some general languages, etc. Gameplay options, fast, normal, rules, video options, quality, setups, UI scale. This is something that is coming handy for playing on your iPhone, for example, with a smaller screen, audio setup, etc. So quite simple. Then you have solo play and online play. Let's start with the online play. Just two options here. You can play against other people, just have fun, multiplayer. And the other thing is participate in events like tournaments that are organized by the developers, and that's very, very, very nice as well. But can probably take a full weekend, honestly speaking, because the playthrough can be quite long. And then you have solo play, and in solo play you can play versus AI and basically train like this. You can set up AI types, Hegel, mercenary difficulties, Sardukar, Mentat, Kwisatz Haderach, mercenary. Like this is really a lot of fun. Leader selection is also different. Or you can have normal difficulty, and then you have just easy, medium, and hard. You can set up to 4 players. I would recommend to play with 4 players. It's more fun this way. But there is also kind of like a single player version here with challenges. So you have these different challenges. For example, this one, Great Alliance. Faction alliances are worth an additional win point. Or here, Ancient Duel. At the start of each combat, each player with at least one deployed troop draws an intrigue card. So this is making the game quite a lot of fun, and this is kind of like really a single player almost story, within it. And even just that for me is worth the purchase, to be honest. And then one thing that is really, really great about this is the tutorial. So you can actually go through the tutorial within 20 to 30 minutes, something like that. And I bet that everybody who goes through this understands all of the rules super clearly and is set up to play, the actual physical board game or this game really easily. Like this, super easy. So I would recommend it to anybody just for the sake of this tutorial, and I will probably give it to my friends just to check it out before we start to play this next time. And it guides you, it holds your hand, introduces new mechanics really simply, but I really love that aspect of this. But let me show you how the game actually looks like. So if I go here to solo play, and we can do versus AI with, let's say, medium, AI type, normal. Let's add one more AI type, and we create a game. So this is what we're looking at. The graphics are gorgeous. You know, this is, of course, playing with the physical board game. You know, it's a lot of fun. You have these physical pieces, and there's even like a premium version of this where you get like little Sardaukar statues to play with. This is the second best thing to it because it comes with a great, let's say, great graphics, great animations, but also great sound effects and music. So I really, really, really appreciate it. So the first thing that you need to do is you select the leader that you're gonna play with, and they always come with a special card with this ring, and that grants them, you know, some special ability. So for Paul Atreides, it's coming with an option to draw a new card. For Earl Menon Torwald, it comes with a spice hoard, so with one spice basically. Then we have Leto, then we have Helena, Baron Vladimir Harkonnen, and Ariana. Okay, so I think I will select Paul, and let's go. See, here we go. So this is how the UI actually looks. It may look quite complex at the beginning, but honestly, don't let it deceive you. So first of all, what we're seeing here is at the end of each round, and we're in the first round out of 10. This is what each player will get within, let's say, the winning polls, right? So like the first player will get a winning point. This golden globe is a win point. Each of us starts with 1, and at the moment that one of us reaches 10, it's end of the game, right? So like that's the aim of the game. Collect 10 of these points. And how you can collect them? Well, you can collect them by forming alliances with these groups, with Fremen, with Bene Gesserit, with the Imperial, let's say, leader, etc., etc. So you have all of these options here. So here you can score for these alliances if you have 2 points of alliance with them, and if you get 4 points and you're the leader of that section, you can get another one. The other thing that you can do is you can buy a card for 4 persuasion points, which is this one, and it's called Spice Must Flow, and that also grants you 1 win. Or other thing where you can get it is from here, from the combat. Like I said, usually in the first place, quite often there is a winning point. So there are multiple ways how you can get it, and it's the game itself is a combination of kind of worker placement game where you're kind of putting your agents to collect some resources, just like, let's say, Settlers of Catan a little bit, with a combination of deck building game. So because you will be building a deck of cards, and those cards are coming with different aspects. So as you can see here, this is my hand right now, and at the beginning it might look quite complex, but for example, this card, Diplomacy, allows me to form 1 point of alliance with each of these groups, right? Like with the Emperor, and with the Space Guild, and with the Bene Gesserit Sisterhood, and with the Fremen. And I can do that. If I intend to keep the card, it will give me 1 point in this blue square, which is called prescience, I believe, or persuasion points or something like that. And for them, for these points, I can select new cards or purchase new cards. Every single one of us has 2 rounds. In each round, as you can see, 2 agents. I have 1 and 2. This is my first round. And as you can see, because I am going fourth, they all already did, their round. And as you can see at these cards, always there is a symbol that tells you where you can go. But so for example, this allows you to go to these yellow places, yellow triangle, which is Arrakis, which is Dune planet. But the UI actually does a lot of heavy lifting as well, because it shows you exactly what you can do, right? Like where I can go. I cannot select any of these, but here I can do that, right? So it's a strategical game, and you should be always thinking a couple steps ahead. Yeah, like I said here, for example, it allows me, because this is my special ability to draw a new card. This is that green symbol to draw a new card. So I'm thinking what I can do here. I can form an alliance with somebody. Well, let's do that. I can form an alliance with Or no? Let's not do that. I will... Let's go here. Let's get 2 spice. And it will cost me 1 card with this triangle and 1 water. And what you can see here is I have 0 spice, I have 0 salary, which is like money in this game, and I have 1 water. So I will pay for that 1 water. And this is how it looks. I got 2 spice, the water disappeared. But what I can do now is, because each card that has these 2 swords, cross swords, and there are not that many of them. Here, one here, one here, one here, allows you to send troops to battle and deploy them. And I have 3, let's say, forms of troops in my garrison, in my barracks, and I can deploy them. And each of these cubes holds 2 troops. So if I do that, it allows me to give 4 troops to the battlefield, and I will do that. I want to fight, you know, for this win point. So let's see, you know, if it helps us in this way. So now everybody plays their second round, as you can see. What you're doing is basically you have these agents, and you're putting them into these different places, and once somebody goes there into that place, that agent, you know, is affecting that place, that nobody else can go there anymore. So you can effectively block other people from using that space. What you can also see here is, if you want to check, you know, what everybody played, you can go through this log here and just review, you know, how exactly they play and what happened. I'll do just 1 round, and then I will finish this video here. So what we did was this. I'm at 4. I can still deploy 1 more troop potentially, but I don't really have anywhere to go. Well, I do, because here Helena has already 6 troops in battle, and I have just 2 more that I can deploy, so I'd be at 6 and 6. The problem with this is that when there are 2 people with the same amount, they don't get the first place, but both of us would get the second place, so we would just get 1 water, and I don't want that. Let me form an alliance, and I will form an alliance with Bene Gesserit. And what you see here is always the, let's say, the benefits that you get out of it. And in this case, I can get a benefit of an intrigue card, and these are usually very powerful. In this case, if I would go form an alliance with Emperor, I would get 2 salary, 2 let's say money pieces. Here it's already taken, but Fremen would give me 1 water, etc, etc. So let me do that, and I will purchase this. I could even purchase this, but I don't want it. So let's do this. Okay. And it gave me this. And see, so it actually gave me 1 water extra. Water Peddlers Union. And if I use it right away in this intrigue card, I got extra water, which is nice. I would normally have to fight for the second place to get that 1 water. Perfect. So now they're revealing their cards, and I can already see here that I will get 3 points of this persuasion, because my 3 leftover cards are worth 3, and I can purchase other cards for this. I'll show you. Okay, so she has 7. See, so even if I would go for it, I would not have matched her. She is getting the win here. But I might still get the second here. 3, 3, 4, 4. Okay, so we need to reveal because we don't have any agents. Let's do that. I got 5. Why did I get 5 right now? Because in my hand there was this card, Dagger, and the dagger has this symbol of a blade, and that always gives you extra, you know, power. Let's say in military power. So I'm at 5. I secured the second place most likely, and I got altogether 3 this prescience or persuasion points. So 1 for here for this ring, and 1 for convincing argument. So 1 plus 2 equals 3. And what I need to do is now check what is available. So I can buy this. These 2 cards are always going to be there. There's unlimited amount of them. And the most powerful is this Spice Must Flow, because it grants you immediately a victory point, the win point. This looks quite nice. So this allows me to form an alliance with Bene Gesserit and go to the green spaces, which is Lanzarote. And I can get 2 persuasion points from this, or even 2 blades. Okay, this I cannot take because that costs 5, but it's very powerful. It gives you 2 influence points. This lets you... Okay. Yeah. This lets you trash a card, and if you have another Bene Gesserit card in play, you get 2 spice. That's also very good. This I cannot do, but for 2 spice, I would be able to get 3 battalions, so 6 troops altogether. Also very nice. And this thing. Okay, I think I will go for this. I like that. So I purchased this card, and always, you know, in this deck of 5, there will be a new one listed. So I will end the turn right here. She's passing. Now they can play intrigue cards. Some of them have intrigue cards. Helena had one. They don't have. So they're passing. Well, why would she play it? She's getting a nice first place. See? So she's getting that win point. I'm getting the water. And then they don't get anything likely. Okay. See? So she's now at 2. And whoever gets to the 10... This is when the last round starts. See, so this is, now we're fighting for something else. Every time it's gonna be different. Now we're fighting for the victory point. On the second place, it's 1 spice plus the intrigue card, and third place gets 1 spice. Okay. I'll play one more time, and then I'll wrap it up here. So, see, now we're watching them play. They already selected quite a lot of places, so I have 2 spice, 2 water. That's unfortunate because I would ideally go here. There was a lot of spice in here collected. That would be quite useful. With the spice, you can trade it in for salary, for the money. And this is by going to this place. So 2 salary equals 2 spice equals 6 salary, etc., etc. I can form an alliance maybe to show you. This Seek Allies card is quite nice. It gives you 1 alliance point. However, you need to trash that card, so you will never see it again in your deck. But I like the intrigue card, so I will form an alliance with Bene Gesserit, and that will allow me to step here to get 1 victory point. Here we go. Here we go. And I'm at 2. Perfect. And I got one intrigue card, which allows me for 3 salary to buy on my reveal turn, deploy basically 3 battalions of troops, so up to 6 troops. That's 6 power. That's quite nice. Alright, so I will wrap it up there. So as you can see, I'm quite enjoying the game. It's really relaxing. I love the sound effects. I love the visual effects of this. I love the board game as well, and this is the second best thing, to be honest. I think the developers did a great job with this. The game was in early access for, let's say, half a year or something like that, so I don't see any bugs, and I would recommend anybody to try it. For this $10, it's really a great price. Plus, like I said, do it like me. Just download it on your iPhone, and if you have a MacBook, then you can play, you know, on this big screen like this. And I'm pretty sure you will enjoy it a lot. Honestly, this is now one of my top games, like within like top 20 of mine. I enjoy it a lot. I'm getting a lot of fun out of this, and the developers will be adding those expansions. So they will add the Rise of X very soon, I think in this summer. And they are also organizing tournaments, so there's nothing to lose in here. So if you have any questions, please drop a comment, and I will definitely come back to you. If you want to play, we can organize something. Otherwise, this has been Jakub Vaniš, and thanks a lot for hanging out with me. So cheers and take care, everybody. Bye bye.